Hello everyone, I'm Woman International Master Knarik and I'm using the chesswithknarik.com website to record this video. In this video, I want to discuss the Greek gift sacrifice or the classical bishop sacrifice, where basically we're sacrificing our bishop to capture the h7 pawn and expose the black king to a very dangerous attack, a mating attack. Now, in which openings does the Greek gift sacrifice let's say, can we do this sacrifice, or do we reach such positions? For example, if we're playing against the French defense, or we're playing the call system in some of the lines, or also the London opening, we get to have such positions. And what are the requirements for us to have a successful Greek gift sacrifice? So first and foremost, the black knight should not be on f6, because that knight usually is defending the h7 square and defending the king. So in most of these openings, in the lines where we're pushing our pawn to e5 and driving the black knight from f6 away and making the king weaker, in most of those lines, those variations, we can do this Greek gift sacrifice. Now, of course, another requirement is that our opponent has to have castled kingside. Also, our bishop should be on the b1 h7 diagonal, mainly on the when we develop our bishop on the d3 square, or maybe after developing on d3 we have moved it back to c2. And of course, another thing is that we should always be careful that black we have enough pieces that are attacking and black cannot really defend, because otherwise we will be sacrificing a piece and then we won't have enough material to attack, or enough compensation for that sacrifice. Now, let's see, in most of the positions as well, it's not as simple as this position. We will see other videos where our pieces placement are a bit different, black's pieces places are a bit different. So in most of them, but we have a knight that's on f3 and not on h3. Now this is just an exception, and it makes our attack much easier, because when we sacrifice our bishop on h7, say black captured, in this position it's going to be very easy for us just to take our queen out and start our attack. While in other positions where our knight is on f3, it's not going to be that simple. The knight being on f3, the queen will not be able to pass right away, so the knight has to move first. So most of the time the knight is moving to g5 first, which is giving the black king more options, more squares to move to, and we have to do more calculations in those cases. But here, after our sacrifice on h7, it is much more simpler. We can just take the queen out and check the black king, and black has only one option here, which is moving to g8. Now, of course, we should have the queen alone being so powerful. Even though she's so powerful, she cannot checkmate alone. Of course, she needs help. And there we go, the knight to g5, and together they want to checkmate black from h7 with the queen. Now, how does black try to defend this checkmate? I don't see any possible way for black to stop it. Maybe they can just delay it for a move, if we can just check, and then it's going to be checkmate. Just black just lasted an extra move with that. Let's see, let's go back. Is there any other way that black could have stopped this checkmate? I don't even see that. If black even captures our knight and we capture with the pawn, we still want checkmate, because our rook is now helping our queen by opening the h file. Our rook is helping our queen to do the checkmate, and if black tries to escape from f7, we can even stop that by pushing our pawn now to g6, and again our next move is going to be queen h8, queen h7, checkmate. So going back, now what else can we look at? After sacrificing on h7, what if black doesn't capture? Of course, capturing is not forced, and in many cases, maybe black is just not gonna capture, but move away the king to h8. Now, in most of the positions, we can just be happy by moving our bishop back, even if there's no follow-up with the attack, even if there's no attack after capturing on h7 and black not capturing. Even if there's nothing else, we just won a pawn on h7. Our opponent's king is unsafe, so we can be happy with just that only. But in many cases, we can even continue the attack, especially here. Our attack won't be any less strong in this position if black doesn't capture. We can still move our queen to h5, and we still want to do a checkmate by doing a discovered check first and then moving the queen to h7. And again, black cannot stop this checkmate unless they're giving a lot of material, which is basically probably just give up the queen to stop the checkmate, because here we're capturing, and then black can try to delay our checkmate. But again, it doesn't work. Here also it doesn't work. We can capture. Maybe it will be delayed a bit if the rook is moved away, but because now e7 is free for the king to escape from, let's say, check, the queen is not there anymore. But we don't have to do that. We can go back. Of course, we're analyzing a position where we have gained already our opponent's queen, but again, there is still checkmate. For example, if we move the knight to g5, we still want to checkmate from f7. Maybe black is going to try to avoid that, because now capturing on f7, the king is going to move to g7. So then we can do another checkmate. Now how about capturing on g6, and after the king moves away to g7 or g8, we can checkmate in here, one more move, and that is checkmate. So even if it's not just we're winning the queen, it's a mating attack that cannot be stopped. But this is one example of this Greek gift sacrifice, and it was a very simple attack for us. There were not many lines for us to calculate. I will show you in other videos some other positions where the placement of the black pieces, the white pieces are a bit different, especially when the white knight is on f3, where we will have to do a bit more calculation in order to decide if this sacrifice is going to work or not.